1,000% false, he posted. Bold-faced lie. I did not, have not, and would not utter a racial slur. This is a disgusting and reckless attempt to assassinate my character. So obviously, it's a difficult conversation to have here in the absence of having any concrete knowledge of specifically what did or did not happen. But Dan, you were making an interesting observation earlier this morning about were you to find yourself in this circumstance, how you would handle it.
Yeah, if I want to put myself in the shoes of Mason Rudolph, and if I'm Mason Rudolph right now, and I am 100% adamant that I did not say that, I'm going to extreme measures to prove to everybody that I did not say that. Because here's the reality, and you guys know this as players. The second most important place for us as players outside of our home is the locker room. And our second family is our teammates. Yep. And as a person in that locker room, I would need to go to extreme measures to make sure that everyone understood who I am, what I'm about, that I didn't cross that line, and my reputation in the locker room to my teammates is everything. So if Mason Rudolph is 100% committed to saying and proving that he did not say that, then he needs to take extreme measures to make sure his teammates and his coaches completely understand that he would never cross that line.
So when you say go to extreme measures, you're talking about maybe potentially defamation of character. You talk about maybe taking a lie detector test to prove to your teammates. 100%. It's not about Myles Garrett. It's about being able to make sure that you have the proper culture in that locker room, because we trust each other sometimes with our safety. I wouldn't say our lives, with our safety. And if you have somebody that's, maybe said something derogatory about pretty much 70% of the locker room, which is made up of African Americans, then you have a fragmentation that's going to go, and it's going to fester. And Mike Thomas did a great job of getting out in front of it, but Myles Garrett brought it back to life. And if they don't nip this in the bud, if he doesn't get in front of this, it's going to fester and it's going to grow. And the first time signs of adversity, things are going to start to really fragment that locker room, and you can't have a successful season that way.
Darius, as an active player, what has been your observation here as you followed this?
Just thinking about Myles Garrett, someone who's looking like the bad guy right now, and he's trying to do everything to clear his name. And, as someone who's innocent, they're trying to show that there's a reason why they did something. And, he's a great player, and for him to keep bringing this subject up when everybody want to push it up under the rug, that is the reason why he's bringing it back out. He's trying to prove that he's right, and if Rudolph wanted to prove that he's right, he need to step up. He need to show the proof. He need to do everything in his will, because as a quarterback, he's supposed to be the leader of the locker room. That's what all guys look to for leadership. And if he used that language or if he didn't, he needs to prove and show that he did not.
I ask this. Is this the sort of thing that you've ever heard on a field? You've been playing football a long time. Have you ever heard anything of the sort in your direction or in other directions, the sort of thing that Myles Garrett is suggesting happened here?
No, I haven't. I never witnessed anything that Myles Garrett said. But there's so much things. When it get clutch moments, when things get crazy at the bottom of a pile, that's trash talk. Yes, I talk trash, but that's a lot of things that's been said on the bottom of the pile. So you never know. Because I've been there, I've done that. So. Well, I didn't say no crazy things, but,
real quick, Bart, go ahead.
The closer that we get to each other, we have this rap music, we use this language around each other, that type of music is playing. Sometimes you use that type of language. I have to address something later this week with my daughter who was called that word at her school because people get used to it, and then what happens is when you get in certain situations, you can't restrain yourself, and it comes out. This is an unfortunate part of our culture, and sweeping under the rug does nothing, but bury it. We need to get out in front of it and make sure that we have empathy for each other and understand the power of words.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.